BooTube! Hello, hello. Why is it so dark in here? Wait, hello, okay. Anyway, I just finished with episode 1, so let's start with episode 2 called Supergirl, Stronger Together. Hey, well, not the Supergirl part, but you know what I mean. So basically, Kara wants to put a positive image on the whole Supergirl thing, after the wake of the whole mishap in the first episode. So Kara asks Win and Jimmy. I don't care if he goes by James, I'm calling him Jimmy. But anyway, Kara asks Win and Jimmy to help perfect her skills. And while they do that, both Hank and Alex put Kara through extensive physical training, which I think is, in a way, necessary, considering, she's new at this. Not like her cousin, she's very new to it, and I don't blame them for putting her through training, because after the first episode, the little mishap there and everything, I would not blame her at all. But anyway, basically, Kara learns about an insect-like alien called Helgramite or something like that. I can never pronounce that name properly. Hang on, let's see. Helgramite. I can never pronounce it, but apparently in the comic books, the alter ego is Roderick Rose. And this person is a very notorious, common enemy to Superman, which is interesting how that happened. But anyway, Kara learns that Helgramite, who escaped from the prison on Krypton named Fort Roz, is on Earth searching for food and all that stuff, and while the DEO is all preparing an ambush for Helgramite, the crazy thing is that Helgramite manages to escape, which I was like, wow, really? Even in the comics, Helgramite's not much of a threat. I wouldn't really say threat, but he's just not as menacing and, oh my god, run for your lives type of villain. But again, Helgramite manages to escape, and not only that, he manages to kidnap Alex and takes Alex to apparently Kara's aunt, who is a twin sister of Kara's mother, Allura, whose name is Astra. Astra's a bitch. I don't know what. Man, Astra just wants to take over Earth, from what I remember in the first episode. And, basically, this episode 2, was the only one I did not watch when it aired. When episode 1 and episode 3 both aired in their respective times, episode 3 aired at November 9th, 2015, while episode 1 aired October 26th, 2015. I managed to watch both of them when they actually premiered, but episode 2 I accidentally missed, mainly because I was trying to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at the same time. I think it was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I know it was a Marvel show. I want to say Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was on at the same time. Or was it? It was either Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or it could have been DC's show, Gotham, but I was watching one of those shows and I accidentally missed episode 2. I ended up watching it yesterday before I recorded for Walking Dead, which is pretty funny. Anyway, it was pretty cool seeing, even though it wasn't that much of an enemy like Helgramite, it was cool seeing at least even a lowly villain to Superman. He might not be the most villain of all villains in Superman's arsenal of villains, but villain 3 times in a row. But it was good to see even the minor villains in the Superman world, which is pretty cool. And anyway, we also see Fort Roz, which is actually in the comics an ancient military installation on Krypton. And it was converted later on as a holding facility for all Kryptonian criminals, pending their sentencing and exile to the Phantom Zone. And if I remember correctly, in the comics, if I remember correctly, not only was Krypton destroyed, so was the prison. So basically, Fort Roz was, like I said, it was a military installation for Krypton. It became a holding facility for all Kryptonian criminals before they became exiled to the Phantom Zone, and they was all destroyed when Krypton was. So it was pretty cool seeing that also in the episode, along with Helgramite. Get more Kryptonian stuff in there, which is, not just the minor villains of Superman, but we also get, good little nods to Kryptonian things like Fort Roz, which is pretty cool. But anyway, Astra, now that Astra has Alex because of Helgamite, Astra pretty much uses Alex as a trap to get Kara, and I'm like, I totally saw that coming. I mean, at first, I wasn't sure that Helgamite was in league with Astra, because, you know, Helgamite escaped the prison on Krypton, which was Fort Roz, to go to Earth to search mainly for food. And when I heard that, I was like, is he in league with Astra just like the previous villain? I don't know. I question it. I mean, to be fair, the previous villain in the first episode, what was his name? And I lost... Vartox, there you go. The previous villain in the last episode's name is Vartox. And, in the comic books, Vartox is not even a villain. He's kind of like a friend to Superman. So that was an interesting twist. And I was thinking, you know, maybe Helgamite might not be in league with Astra. But the fact that he is actually, you know, assisting Astra and all that stuff was highly intriguing. But okay, then he's working for Astra. But anyway, like, Kara finds out about Astra. It's like, oh my god, my aunt and all that stuff. And while they're fighting and all that stuff, Hank is also there and he manages to injure Astra with a kryptonite knife, which I think it's kind of fascinating because it's like, how much kryptonite does the DEO actually have? Because, like, you remember in the first episode, Kara got shot with at least 2 kryptonite, like, I want to say bullets, but, like, she gets shot at least twice with kryptonite, right? And it's like, if she got shot twice, there are at least maybe 3 to 5 guys that were there. I don't know how many guys were actually on the ground that, like, were shooting at her, but at least she got shot twice. I don't know how many guys were down there, but if they all have kryptonite-like bullet things, and then all of a sudden Hank has a kryptonite knife, how much kryptonite do they have? I mean, it's not Superman's home city, you know? It's not Metropolis, it's not even Smallville, and yet the DEO managed to take that much kryptonite? It's highly intriguing. But anyway, like, it's pretty cool how Hank managed to injure Astra with the knife. I think it's pretty cool, and I forgot how, but Alex killing Helgamite's kind of, extensive. I mean, you could have, like, put him in a prison similar to Fort Roz or something. You didn't have to kill the fool. I mean, he was just mainly looking for food. I mean, wasn't that his main goal, food? And then, like, you know, lure Kara to Astra? I don't know, but killing Helgamite was kind of extensive, in my opinion. But anyway, Astra, like, she pretty much learns that Kara has become more powerful than she's ever imagined. And the fact that, you know, she also believes that humanity has a means of weakening Kryptonians, which I don't think is true. I mean, look at Superman. He's on Earth, and he grew up there most of his life, basically, since he was a baby, and humanity made him strong because it made him want to protect everyone around him, and because of that, you know, he fights over 100% at a time because he wants to protect the people he loves on Earth. And I really don't think that what Astra believes is humanity is the weakening of Kryptonians. I don't believe that's true. So, like, boo to you, Astra. But anyway, Astra muses over her plans, and because of she's overthinking her plans, she postpones it for a bit. And I don't blame her, because she learned Kara got more powerful, but at the same time she believes that humanity weakens Kryptonians. In all honesty, I don't think it does. It just makes them stronger because you bond with people. I mean, Superman did. Kara is doing the same thing. They're bonding with the people on Earth because they're friends and family there now, and it makes them all the more stronger to try to fight. And I don't think it's a weakening for Kryptonians. Anyway, Cat Grant, you know, pressures Jimmy, to get an interview with Supergirl, and you know, Jimmy, he's very reserved about it. He doesn't think it's somewhat of a good idea to let Kara go through with it, though. But in the end, Kara's like, you know what, I'll go through the interview with Cat, mainly because she doesn't want Jimmy to get fired. I think, if I remember correctly, I think Kat wanted Jimmy to get the interview for Supergirl, and if I remember correctly, he's like, no, that's not a good idea, and I think Kat might have pressured his job on the line for that, and because Kara doesn't want Jimmy to get fired, she agrees to it. But anyway, that's not the main thing that freaked me out. Toward the end, though, when you see Hank, I knew we couldn't trust Hank mainly because I knew who Hank Henshaw was. He was the cyborg Superman in the comics. But turns out toward the end, you find out Hank has a little secret of his own because you actually see Hank, you actually see his eyes glowing red. And that is actually a good little nod to his comic book counterpart because, like I said, Hank Henshaw is cyborg Superman, and we all know, like, half his face is, like, human-looking and the other half is cyborg, and when you see the cyborg eye, it glows red. So I thought that was pretty cool. Altogether, seeing this episode, it was pretty cool. It's like, the first episode was very fast-paced, a lot of things happened, and it was good that the second episode kind of slowed down a little bit. And I like the fact that we see a minor Superman villain like Helga Might. And we also see a Kryptonian prison, Fort Ross, which is pretty cool. It's like really cool to see that because you don't really see that much. And then it was interesting seeing Astra, seeing Kara's reaction to her own aunt being like the mastermind of it all. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode, which is the third recent episode that was shown on November 9th, 2015, that I did not do a freaking video on, which is Fight or Flight. And it'll be easy for me to say stuff, mainly because I actually did watch it when it premiered. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video for Fight or Flight. Bye, Bell